Lexie came back, a much more aggressive, assertive player. She's just a hard player to take off the floor because of how hard she plays. She's not just an energy player, she's a toughness player. She does all of those things that you can't teach.
And steps into a three.
Hello guys, welcome back to TFD. Stephanie White, do you see what you've done? Do you see the chaos you've created with your decisions this season? This right here, this mess, this uncertainty is what happens when you play games with your roster. Because now we're sitting here wondering, what if? What if things were handled differently? What if respect was actually shown to the players who earned it? And yes, I'm talking about one person in particular, Lexie Hall. Let's be real, Stephanie White flat out disrespected Lexie Hall this season. Oh sure, she played her when she absolutely had to, when injuries and desperation left her no other choice. And what did Lexie do when her name was finally called? She turned into 6 Lexie Halls all over the floor, hustling, defending, hitting big shots, doing the dirty work, everything that makes her the heartbeat of a team. So let me ask you, would anyone really blame Lexie Hall if she decided to walk away from the Fever after the way she was treated? I wouldn't. Not one bit, because this was straight up disrespect. Now, let's talk about what's next, because Lexie Hall is a free agent this offseason. The Fever might try to protect her in the expansion draft, but that doesn't guarantee anything. Teams are watching her, and trust me, they're impressed. She showed exactly the kind of grit and consistency teams crave down the stretch and in the playoffs. Her defensive energy, her floor spacing, her effort, that stuff doesn't go unnoticed. The Portland Fire will be interested, the Seattle Storm will be interested, maybe even a few other contenders looking to add a selfless, defensive-minded guard who doesn't need the ball to make an impact. And these teams, they'll be willing to pay. So, if Stephanie White and the Fever think they're getting Lexie Hall back on the cheap, they're living in a fantasy world, because Lexie's value has skyrocketed. I'd even argue her market is bigger than Sophie Cunningham's right now, and that's saying something. Every team in the WNBA needs a player like Lexie Hall, someone who defends, hustles, and doesn't care about spotlight or stats, just wins. But let's rewind and talk about why she might walk away in the first place. Stephanie White and this new Fever regime, Kelly Krauscap, Amber Cox, they disrespected her. They treated her like she wasn't part of the core 4 that helped turn this franchise around. It wasn't just Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell. Lexie was a key piece of that puzzle, the glue player, the tone setter. And yet, Stephanie White came in and threw all that away. She brought in DeWanna Bonner, a veteran who, by the way, looked checked out for half the season, gave her a max contract, and benched Lexie Hall. Let that sink in. You're giving minutes and money to someone who's past her prime while ignoring a player who's proven herself as a winner, as a competitor. And when Bonner quit on the team, refused to show up, and basically went ghost while still collecting checks, Stephanie White got in front of the cameras and lied. She tried to act like everything was fine, like nothing was happening. Then an article dropped the same day exposing that Bonner wasn't coming back, and fans realized just how messy things really were. You think Lexie Hall forgot that? You think she forgot how she was thrown aside for a player who quit on her teammates? Not a chance. And when she finally got her shot again, when Bonner was gone, when Sophie Cunningham was hurt, Lexie stepped in and shined again. She did everything right. But what did Stephanie White do the moment Sophie got healthy? Benched Lexie Hall. Again. For no reason. So if Lexie Hall decides to test free agency, don't act surprised. Don't act confused. She earned that right. And if Portland or Seattle comes knocking with a big offer and a real role, you can thank Stephanie White for pushing her right into their hands. Because at the end of the day, the Fever didn't just mishandle a player, they disrespected a cornerstone. And that might end up being one of the biggest mistakes of Stephanie White's coaching career.
And I'm going to show you, because I remember this cluster of games where I was looking at the box scores, I was watching, and I kept thinking, damn, Lexie Hall is not getting any minutes. She's literally not getting any minutes. You see this stretch right here? Look at it. Lexie Hall played 15 minutes, 18 minutes, 14 minutes, 19 minutes, 21 minutes, 19 minutes, 19 minutes. Bro, in July, she wasn't even cracking 20 minutes a game. Not once. 6 games, 6 chances to contribute, 6 times she didn't even hit 20 minutes. You straight up threw her to the back burner. And why? Let's be honest. You got your new little toy, Ari McDonald, and suddenly it's, let's throw her in the starting lineup with Caitlin Clark. Yeah, 3 guards, that's going to work. Meanwhile, Lexie Hall, she's shoved aside. Sophie Cunningham comes back from injury. Oh, guess what? Lexie Hall gets pushed even further down the rotation. You want to talk about disrespect? That's it. That's textbook disrespect. If you think Lexie Hall and her agent aren't noticing this, you are absolutely out of your mind. She's not blind. She sees exactly what's happening. And if you think you're going to get Lexie Hall back for cheap this offseason, let me tell you right now, you have lost your mind. Lexie Hall is about to be a hot commodity, and teams are going to be circling like vultures. You're going to have to pay top dollar if you want to keep her. And don't get me started on this Kelsey Mitchell narrative. Every time I hear people talk about Indiana Fever free agency, it's always, oh, Kelsey Mitchell, Kelsey Mitchell, Kelsey Mitchell. Yeah, she's important, no doubt. But Lexie Hall deserves the same level of focus. She deserves it. Just like you went and promised Deanna Bonner things, just like Natasha Howard clearly got the treatment where she could underperform all season and never got benched, Lexie Hall deserves that same energy. She deserves the promises, the money, the respect. Let me break it down for you. Lexie Hall earned her keep here. She earned Caitlin Clark's trust on the floor. She earned the trust of the fans, the real ones who show up every game. And yet, what did she get in return? She got thrown to the back burner. She got minimized. She got benched for convenience, while other players got preferential treatment. This isn't just a roster decision, it's a message. And the message Indiana Fever is sending? That Lexie Hall is somehow less important, less valuable, less essential. That's a mistake. And this isn't even hypothetical. Lexie Hall could absolutely take her talents elsewhere. Just like Kelsey Mitchell is weighing options, Lexie Hall is too. If she feels undervalued, if she doesn't feel like she's going to be a guaranteed starter, if she doesn't feel like she's going to be properly compensated, she's gone. And I wouldn't blame her. Honestly, if another team comes along and says, hey, we're going to give you the max and you're guaranteed a starting role, you really think she's going to say no? No chance. She's a competitor. She's a professional. She knows her worth. Stephanie White, you need to understand something right now. You have put the Indiana Fever in danger of losing one of your best players, maybe your most undervalued player, because of your bonehead moves and outright negligence. Throwing Lexie Hall to the back burner was more than just a coaching mistake. It was negligent. Heart and soul, people. That's what Lexie Hall brings every game. She plays through pain, she battles, she puts it all on the line. And what does she get in return? Minutes in the teens while others soak up playing time she deserves? This is serious. Lexie Hall cannot even consider staying in Indiana unless she gets the same kind of guarantees that Dana Bonner got, the same guarantees that Natasha Howard got. And if she doesn't get that, she's gone. And honestly, I don't blame her. She's earned every bit of respect, every dollar, every starting role. She's proven herself. She's proven she can contribute at a high level. And if another team is willing to recognize that, I wouldn't be surprised if we see her somewhere else next season. So here's the reality, Indiana Fever fans. Don't sleep on Lexie Hall. Don't let her slip through your fingers while everyone's focused on Kelsey Mitchell or some other shiny headline. Lexie Hall is part of your core. She is a difference maker. She is a key to your future. And if you let her walk because you failed to properly acknowledge her value, that's on you. That's on the organization. That's on Stephanie White. So get in the comments and let me know what you think. I want to hear your take on this. Are you as shocked as I am that Lexie Hall was treated this way? Are you ready to see her demand the respect and compensation she deserves? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this channel because this is one conversation the Fever organization needs to hear loud and clear. Lexie Hall deserves her moment, and if Indiana doesn't give it to her, someone else will. Mark my words.